Yeah, here we are. I told you yesterday we were going to go for a ride, didn't I? You probably thought I was lying, probably thought I was full of it. Well, listen, why don't you go ahead and dismount your high horse, okay? Settle in with a nice drink and be prepared to waste your time for anywhere between 12 and 30 minutes. So, without further ado, let's roll. All right, approaching is tunnel number 1. What will we see here today? How is the city of Phoenix doing in trying to curtail or at least house or temporarily house, whatever the heck they do to keep these places clean and safe? Let's see if City of Phoenix is doing their job right here on Tunnel 1. So you just never know what you're gonna find, my friends. We're gonna find out. Not too bad. I was impressed, I gotta admit. They even had refuse bags there hanging on the wall, you know, so maybe keep the place a little nicer, I don't know. Hey, they're trying, but you know what? We've got more tunnels to go. And some of the tunnels coming up, as you know from previous videos, are a little more active. You know, we can't expect perfection all the time. People are gonna drift into those places, especially during the summer, get away from the heat. Now, me personally, I'd probably go get a job and rent an apartment. At least that's what I did when I found myself needing a place to live. But hey, you know, that's just me. He said, "Oh, Ruger, you don't have mental issues." How the hell do you know I don't have mental issues? Have you seen some of my videos? You need to go back and take a look. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, this bike is 100% fully unlocked. Settings are maxed out. Fun stuff, but I'm gonna have to tame it down for a little bit here. We'll wait till we hit this next tunnel. Then we'll probably have to power back a little bit because I need a little distance, guys. You know, a little distance. And not to belabor the point, but you know, we're not sure about this battery deal. Oh, the battery makes plenty of power, but is the controller seeing it the way we want the controller to see it? I don't know. Good question. Oh, not too bad there, huh? Smelled like popcorn. That's weird, huh? Does meth or whatever the hell people use, Drano or whatever, smell like popcorn when you burn it? Smoke it? I don't know. Thank God I don't know, right? Maybe you know. Maybe you've done a little experimentation in your day. Maybe you can tell me. Tell us. We've got, I think we've got one more bridge to do here. It'll be the Long Bridge, and this is usually the bridge that's got the most activity. And then after that, I'm probably gonna shut the camera off until we get to some new ground to show you. There's a really neat trail up this way about 4 miles, maybe 5 miles. I mean, it's nothing like super special, but it's one that I actually enjoyed kind of goofing around on, and you'll see why when we get there. But until then, let's see if there's any tunnel drama. Always gotta, you know, build things up, hype it up for the audience, you know, dupe my viewers, trick you into thinking we're going into severe danger. Oh my God, I'm about to pass away. All right, all is clear here. City of Phoenix, thumbs up, City of Phoenix. And that's crazy because I just had this whole tirade about how I was gonna go on, about how behind the curb you are, but yeah, it looks like right now I don't have to. Now this is the biggie. This is the I-17 freeway. This will take you straight to Flagstaff. Oh, we got a little, nope. Oh, just humans walking around, guys. Hey. Yeah, nothing here, looking good. Very, very impressed. Very impressed. Let me ask you this. Where you live, do you have problems like, you know, sometimes that we might encounter here? Do you have a lot of homeless and vagrancy going on? And does that inhibit you from going places, riding your e-bike, or just heck out walking the neighborhood? Does that deter you from making activities outside your home? Let me know, and let me know what city you live in, and if you know, let me know what your city is going to do about it. Speed level 2, 21 miles an hour. See, I told you guys before, I'm not always a speed demon on this thing, especially when I want to get somewhere that's kind of far. But I figured since we're traveling, let's kind of talk about the video yesterday, right? Now let's talk about the battery video yesterday. Woke up this morning, saw a few comments out there, and you know, I want to bring it up because, you know, I always think that content is pretty cool when it's interactive, right? It's like you and me talking. Now I can't bring up every single comment, otherwise I get nothing done. So if I don't bring your comment up, it doesn't mean I don't love you, I don't like you, doesn't mean any of that. Don't get all, you know, butthurt. One user says, you know, you're not supposed to charge these batteries up all the way, okay? And I've told you guys before, I've had, you know, plenty of RC lipos, pretty good ones too. You know, I still have my stand-up scooter, and everything works as it should. The RCs worked as they should. When I sold them, the stand-up scooter still charges to 67.2, 67.1. It doesn't drop just because I fire it up and turn on the controller or the sensing item. It doesn't drop, it hangs there, waits for me to say, let's go. But I do agree with the commenter. He says you probably should only charge them like, you know, 80, 90%. I do agree with that. However, because of my past experiences and the fact that, you know, the wired book basically tells you, look, you plug it in till it's green. When it's green, you pull it off. Now, I do not. And I've never on any of my lipos fully charged them and let them sit for a long time. If I do that, it will drive me crazy. If I go to bed that night knowing that there's a full charge, I will lay there and I will think about that for a few minutes before I eventually pass out. Okay, it'll weigh on my mind because I know that's not a good thing to do. So the next day I'll make sure, maybe sometimes it's been 2 or 3 days, I'll make sure I get out there and just drop a few volts out of it, right? Even if I'm not gonna do a long ride, just drop a few volts out of it. You know, just for the peace of mind thing. But I do agree that fully charging them may not be good if you let them sit, but I believe, hey, you know what? I'm trying to figure out which way to go here. Hey, you know what? If you're like me and you like every ounce of power, every volt of power, even it comes down to tenths of a volt. Every tenth of a volt of power I can get, I want it. Does the battery maybe only last 500 cycles versus 1,000? That's fine. That's fine. I'll buy a new battery at 500 cycles. I don't have a problem with that. Kind of like if you have a race car and you actually race it, you're not going to take it easy on it. You're out to do your thing, right? Yeah, do the necessities, change the oil after every run and all that good stuff. Of course, you try to do your best to minimize the decay, right? The entropy of that device. So while I agree with that statement of not fully charging them all the time, I'm still going to, and I still have an expectation that the battery's gonna last me at least half of what it's rated for. And if it does that, I'm fine. So that's that comment. I'm sure it's sometime during this talk I posted who that was. Give them credit for it because, again, it's a good comment. Let's see, there was another comment. Let's see, about somebody else that's having the same issue. And I'll post that comment. Not a whole lot for me to say on that. Just it's kind of nice to know I'm not alone. I don't know, I guess this is a thing on Facegram or Instabook, one of those two, but y'all know I don't do that stuff. Remember, I'm the guy that actually waltzes through this world without a phone in his hand, without a phone in my pocket. I'm out looking around. I'm old school. I'm 80s, 70s guy, right? Whatever happening in front of me is most important. I don't give a crap that, you know, you baked a lasagna, you know, that kind of thing. If I want to see lasagna, I'll look you up, but I'm not going to stop in the middle of this ride and check my phone. I'm just not one of those guys. I'm not going to walk. Okay, I'm not going to walk through a store like this. I'm not going to walk down the street like this. You keep doing that and your head's going to just like permanently look down. And besides, there's nothing to see here. If it's an emergency, guess what? Whoever has the emergency, that's what 911's for. Okay? You'll eventually get to your messages, but no, I'm really going long-winded here. Long story short, Facebook, I guess, Facegram's what I call it, Instabook. I guess there's a thread about this issue about the battery showing not a full charge. So part of me's kind of thinking this, I'm overblowing it. You know, I should just forget the tenths. You know, we talk 3-4 tenths of a differential in what's displayed versus what's in the tank, and just ride the bike. And that's kind of where I'm at, you know. Steve at Wired said that he was going to check with the manufacturer to see if there's anything that can be done. I can tell you this, guys, I'm not going to hear from Steve, especially if there's a little bit of to-do on some of the other social media platforms like y'all have told me. I'm not going to hear from Steve on this issue. I am just kind of, if this is a problem for me, I'm shit out of luck, right? That's not a knock against Steve. He just doesn't have anything to tell me. However, a real good answer would be, that's just a characteristic of the Wired Freedom. That solves it. Just tell me it's a characteristic of the bike and I'll let it go. Because the bike still rolls. Look at us. We're rolling around. We're having a good time. Oh, there's a golf course up here. Oh, let me tell you about this. This is called... I'll make sure I don't ride over any hypodermic needles. Don't need my tires getting addicted to meth. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, this is the Cave Creek Golf Course. It was owned by the city back in my golfing days, and I used to come here quite often. Was actually built on top of what used to be a previous landfill site. And it's actually kind of a neat course. And no, I don't golf anymore. I don't know anybody that golfs. And I don't really know a lot of people anyway, kind of a loner, so. Golf used to be back in my working days, and pretty much golf was something you did while drinking. So. It was, yeah, some pretty, let's just say some pretty wild days back then. Thank God they're behind me, otherwise I probably wouldn't be alive. Nonetheless, that's Cave Creek Golf Course. But getting back to the Wired Freedom, yeah, we can all just accept it as a characteristic of the bike, okay? Now, if you can ride at pedal assist 2 and 3 with a few smidgens of 4 and 5 and still get 30, 35 miles, maybe 40 out of it. Isn't that still pretty good? Isn't it? It is, isn't it? So that's why I say I'm taking the position that I'm just not going to overthink it. I don't think Steve's gonna come up with anything at this point. And if he does, hopefully he'll let me know. But I'm not reaching out to them again unless I have another problem with the bike that's pretty severe. I will be continuing to check my battery with a multimeter since let's go this way. Since the display is inaccurate, and I want to make sure that the battery isn't, you know, losing cells and things of that nature. Give you guys a little look around. There's some nice houses up in that way. I don't know, I'd be worried about problems with scorpions and, well, just kind of critters in general up there. Although I wouldn't mind having the net worth, I'll tell you that. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Or maybe you don't have a net worth because you spend all your money on a house. I don't know. I'm sure there's a mixture of two types of people up there. See, check this out. It's just kind of a weird. This looks like a tinderbox. Yeah. Good thing I don't ride around with a cigar in my mouth. I kind of swing my chest around. So there's like a river bottom down here. You got all these like deep, you know, little bumps and dips that you have to kind of watch out for. You don't want to be hauling ass around here. I mean, you can, but you got to do it at your own peril, right? I gotta admit, guys, I'm really impressed. It's, you know, they've got rid of a lot of the druggies or whatever. And I know you guys, some of y'all get pissed off when I say that. I don't care. I don't care. I call it like it is. If I was one of those people, I'd even call myself a druggie. I'd say, dude, you're a freaking addict. That's all you care about is your next hit or your next whatever, however you get it in you. I'd be honest with myself. So don't get pissed at me about being honest about other situations. You don't think half of us wouldn't mind just getting lit and staying lit? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to do something that feels so good and is so easy to obtain? But you can't get caught up in that kind of stuff. And that includes alcohol. I don't think alcohol gets any kind of a pass. Alcohol loosens you up so much you might actually try the other crap, and who knows? So you got to watch yourself there. Oh, check this out. It's a fun little dip. I don't know if that's coming through on camera. Oh, yeah. See, I told you this place is weird, huh? Now, I don't think it comes across the camera for you to where you're enjoying it, but, you know, just at least one of us are. At least I am, right? Hey, I'll take the hit. No pun intended. That's another dip. Oh, shit. That hurt my ass. You know, maybe I should start talking politics. Maybe I should, right, guys? What do you think? What do you think? Should we go down that road? Oh, man. Somebody's sitting there saying, oh, no, he's not. He's not going to do that. You're right. I'm not going to do that. You guys can. Yeah, I don't mind. Load up the comment section with politics. You guys to fight amongst yourselves. Actually, I will go into politics for a second here, man. Listen, unless you're really, really wealthy, you're part of the elite. Most of us, it's nothing more than a Super Bowl. Your team wins, your team loses. At the end of the day, the next day, Monday after the Super Bowl, you go back to work, right? That's just the honest truth of it. Don't get too wrapped up into things. Don't let it drive your state of emotion, right? If you have to, look upon the whole thing as a joke. I'm not saying don't vote. Vote your heart. Go for whoever floats your boat, whatever team you want to win that presidential Super Bowl. But don't let it drive your daily emotion. Don't let it drive. Ooh, this looks interesting. Don't let it drive how you treat other people. You know, if you disagree with some people fervently, then stay away from them. Real simple. Just stay away from them. Let's go down. I'll go down this way. See what's down this way. All right, that's enough about politics. I scared you, didn't I? Anyway, if you're still watching, don't forget, guys, you know the deal. Down thumb, unsubscribe. That's right, don't leave a comment. That's how we build these channels. Or something to that effect. I don't know if I had that completely right, but you know, I'm in the ballpark. Let's go ride this neighborhood. Screw it, man. Let's go this way a little bit. I'm going to ride up this way a little bit, and then we're going to, well, not us. I'm going to stop and check my battery, see what's going on. I forgot to reset my odometer, so I'm not sure how many miles I'm out, which was pretty stupid of me. You feel that range anxiety kind of creeping in. Gonna have to pop a Xanax to get through it. I'm gonna cruise over here, take a break. Right now, let's talk about motor temperatures. I'm doing 212 degrees. I've been riding about a half hour. Maybe 25 minutes, somewhere in there. Take a break right here for a minute. And well, I'll tell you what, I'll show you where I'm at, although it's hard for me to judge it without knowing the mileage. But right now we're at 63.45 volts. So that's not too bad. So I definitely have enough volts to get back home. So I'm going to grab me something to drink. Hold on a second, we'll be back. Well, guys, guess what? I guess we're going to bring this video to a close. I have a flattening front tire, which is kind of a bummer because I have slime in the tire, and I actually made sure they're up to 21 PSI before I left. So I'm gonna go ahead and limp home, and looks like we have a little bit of a video to post. And this is a last resort. Wish me the best, because I've got a little ways to go. But we'll see how this thing fares. I'm sure I'll get back one way or the other. All right, well, you know, it was the end of the video, but I figured I want to show a little more. Yeah, super flat, guys. But you know, here's the thing, I made it home. So if you get a flat tire out in the middle of nowhere, and if it's the front tire, I can't speak for the rear. If it's the front tire, just kind of keep your weight back, make sure you don't slam the rim into anything, and you're gonna make it home. You're gonna make it home. It's not gonna be like this thing, or if you get a flat tire on this, you're screwed. You're making phone calls. Or if it's a regular pedal bike, you're not gonna make it back either, at least not without damaging something. But this one here, yeah, I'm real happy to say that we can get home on a flat front. Rear, I don't know. I'm sure we'll try that one day. But luckily for us, guys, we've got tubes, and because this tire actually has a slow leak in it as well, we're going to replace both of them. I'm not sure if I'll film that or not. I might. So, you know, who knows what's going to go on here at the last resort, my friends. Thanks for watching, and I promise you, this is the end.